Alright, so in all train stations, along with the workbench, a stash box, a vendor, a legendary exchange machine, you're gonna have these posters. Now, these posters on the wall, if you read them, they trigger DLCs. So, for instance, this one is the party poster. It'll initiate a quest where you can then brew your own alcohol. Then you got the sheep squatch. This one actually branches off into a bunch of different DLC quests, but mainly you go on a mythological hunt. And then this one is probably the one that you would love to have first. This is the one I'm going to be showing you first right now. So this one is the Shelter Claim Center poster. Now, this one, what it does is it gives you the quest and tells you where to go to be able to claim a shelter in your shelter tab for when you're in your camp. You can put it down and you can actually have your own underground shelter. Now, the perk of this is that no matter where you move your camp, since this is a separate door and it goes to a whole different world that's not attached to the wasteland, like if you build anything in your camp now above ground, it's all attached to that world. And if you move your camp, it's going to scrap everything or at least break it down and store it in its parts, and then you'll have to rebuild it again. But with the shelter, you don't have to do that. With a shelter, it's always going to stay the same as long as you have the door and you place the door in your camp, you can always access it. It's as if you go to a building in the game and it says enter the building and you click it and you have that loading screen and it generates a whole new map, and that map is only the inside of the building. That's what it does with the shelter. It's something completely separate, so you don't have to have everything broken down when you move. So first, in order to do this quest, you need to just hit read, and then it's going to say visit Appalachian Shelters Claim Center today. The home of the future awaits. So, when we do this, it's going to immediately give us the miscellaneous quest to visit the center. So, when we go into our Pip-Boy and we hit the trigger, you go to data, and then we go to sides, and then scroll down using the right analog stick, we go down to the quest. Now at the bottom you can see there's a button you can hit to show on map. So instead of just going into your map and searching the whole map for this tiny little blinking dot for your quest marker, you can just hit that button and it'll take you right to it. So it's up here. Now what you see over here is someone else's camp. The reason why you can see someone else's camp is because they have a vending machine, and that's what that person is actually selling. So you could go to their camp and buy their stuff. You can also use their camp, so on. You can fast travel to it. And that actually ends up helping for places that you haven't discovered yet. See, none of this has been discovered yet. All of this. The farthest from where you are now, right here, to that is pretty much nothing. The best you can do is fast travel to this person's camp. So for me, I'm going to fast travel to this camp. But if you don't have anywhere to fast travel to, what you can do is you can just follow these tracks north until you hit this part right here. You could probably just hit the marker, place your own marker, so that then you'll be knowing what intersection to stop at and make your left turn. So then after you do that, you will then walk down here to the V where it intersects again, and you will double back. Follow this road, which is 94, all the way up, and you will just, from that point, once you follow 94 all the way up to the end, just look at your compass and look for the marker of where your quest objective is. And that will lead you straight up to where you need to go. That's the best way if you don't want to constantly keep checking the map, and something that would be easy to remember. So for me though, I'm going to fast travel to this person's camp for 4 caps. Alright, so I arrived at his camp. As you see here, another person that plays this game made this. This is someone else's camp. And I'm going to head towards the objective now. Alright, so now by entering, it's done the quest Home Expansion. So I'm going to hold the A button on Xbox, the X button for PlayStation in order to get out, and then I'm going to hit Y for Xbox and triangle for PlayStation to put it in my inventory, and it only weighs 10 pounds. So you're going to go in here and you're going to talk to Mr. Clark, and he's going to initiate the next
I thought this day would
part.
never come. I haven't had a visitor in ages. Welcome to the Appalachian Shelters Claim Center, visitor. I'm called Mr. Clark. It's my job to help eager new customers such as yourself take your first step into the miraculous world of shelters. Oh. Cursory analysis suggests you are likely here to... Goodness. Forgive my tone. I'm experiencing some memory issues. As I was saying, a bright-eyed visitor like yourself must be here to claim your free shelter today. Is that right?
Yes, I'm here for the shelter.
Splendid! Oh, before I can distribute your shelter to you, you'll need to register as a shelter owner. The terminal in the back will guide you through it. Once you've finished registering, return to me, and I'll distribute your free shelter to you.
Alright, so after
I'm so grateful to
that,
have a customer.
just like you said,
I was beginning to think
you
this
want to
day
go to
would
this
never
terminal,
come.
and it will literally be the second option. So it'll be the shelter owner registration system, and then it'll say register new owner. Once that goes through, you're gonna have to back out. You should be good. Now you just have to talk to him again.
It looks like you've successfully registered as a shelter owner. Congratulations, visitor. A marvelous new world of home expansion awaits. I'll distribute your free shelter to you, along with some materials to build your shelter's entrance, as a personal thank you for being my customer. Before we part ways, visitor, is there anything else I can help you with?
Now you're pretty much good. You don't need anything else. You're done the quest. Once you say there's nothing else I need to know, you're good. But feel free to explore some of the other stuff.
I'm afraid if...
Yeah, I thought so. But you can just exit out now, and you should be good to go. So now you completed the home expansion quest, and you've now acquired your shelter that you can now put inside your camp. Now I'm gonna go and leave, and I'm gonna skip ahead to where I'm in the camp placing it down. Okay, so I am now at my camp, and I'm going to show you once again, when you go into your building mode, the camp shelter door for the camp shelter is now going to be all the way at the end next to the miscellaneous structures. It will literally be named shelters. So this is the basic one. It only takes 1 concrete and 2 steel. It's cheap compared to other things. And it's just this tiny little bunker here. Now, that's all you have to do in order to get to it. Now, you can choose, if you want to, down at the bottom next to A for move for me, but next to that, it says lock. So you can hit that button and you can choose what locking level you want to put it on so other players can't go through these doors. You can do it with doors, so on, like water purifiers, so on. But it says I can't do any of it because I don't have springs. And that's why I said, you know, in a previous video, and I'll say it again, springs, gears, screws, those things are rare in instances if you're not picking everything up and scrapping everything, and you need them for most of the stuff you're going to do. Because I only have 3 gears, I have 3 screws, and only 2 springs. Well, I don't have any springs, but I need 2 springs. So, unfortunately, I can't lock this. So, that's okay. But, if you click on it, it goes into a loading screen like as if you're going into a building and you're leaving Appalachia. So, this is what the inside of it looks. You can do whatever you want in here. Now, this is a small one, and this is the basic one, but I heard that there's supposedly going to be more. Like, there's going to be another door that has an atrium. It's going to go to your atrium. Another one that goes to, like, another utility, so on, so on. There's going to be multiple ones. Each door goes to these specific shelters. Now, you could have this one door go into this shelter, and then you can put like a door here and a door here and be able to go to 2 other shelters through those doors. Now, this one is the, I believe, smallest one of them all, but it's just a beginner. For beginners, it's great because you can put all your workbenches in, so on, so on. And once again, because this is now a whole different map, see, you're there, but you're not actually in Appalachia. You're in a whole different section. I see. Let's see if I can go to local map. Is there an option go to local map? No. That's okay. But this is pretty much the entire map that you're in now. So you're good to go. And when you move your camp up top, that door that you built with the concrete and steel, that's all you need. It'll be stored when you move your camp. It'll store it. And then you just go to your stored tab all the way on the left. It'll be the first tab in building mode. And you can just place it back down anywhere in your building area. And you'll have access to everything you put in here. Because it won't go away. The only way any of this stuff will be destroyed and eliminated is as if you went to here. Which is technically like the camp that you place down and you walk over and you hit A to build. So you can build in Appalachia. That's what this is for this shelter. It's another whole camp. So for this you can hit scrap all or repair all structures too. But since nothing is built in here, those options aren't lit up. You can only build. So for me, I'm just gonna go and put my 2 stash boxes, which I stored. So where? Where's my stash boxes? There they are. Now with this, they've altered it to where snap is toggleable. You can toggle it. That's one. Ah. That's two. And there you go. You are done and you are good to go. Alright, I hope it helped you out. Enjoy. I wish I had this shelter when I first started playing during the beta, but I didn't. It would have made my life so much easier. But, well, at least we got it now. And I'm going to fully enjoy it.